Sorry,
Representative Villegas
is not available. Record your message at the tone.
I just read a quote from you in the Arizona Mirror, and I want to read this quote back to you. Tucson is a community that values transparency, accountability, and the protection of civil rights. The paper is saying that that's a quote from you. My favorite comedy club in Tucson is Laughs Comedy Club.
A little bit about myself, guys. I recently joined the gang. I'm part of the High Sugar Bloods.
And I'm just wondering, do you do stand-up comedy at Laughs? Because that is just hilarious. So I can just email you my proposed bill then.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that is fabulous. Are you at the state capitol?
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe when I come up there in January then, I can meet with you, and besides giving money to help my bill become a law, I would possibly be willing to wine and dine you as long as you stick to the dollar menu.
I'd be happy to pass along your information. I do not require lunch.
Of course, no lunch, no gifts. Wink, wink. Tucson PD used border security money for controversial surveillance software. This was put out by the AZ Mirror. The Tucson Police Department has deployed a controversial AI-powered surveillance tool that is also being used by Immigration and Customs Enforcement to scour social media, track locations, and much more. In August 2023, the Tucson Police Department signed a 28-month contract with Cobwebs Technologies for its, quote, Tangles open source intelligence software. The police department then sent a request to the Arizona Department of Emergency and Military Affairs to get reimbursed from the state's Border Security Fund. Tucson Police Department requested that the state reimburse $277,500 for the purchase and installation of the surveillance software. The Border Security Fund allows law enforcement agencies across the state to seek reimbursement for its activities related to border enforcement or security. But they claim that TPD didn't use Cobwebs technology for border-related crimes, while Tucson Police Department wrote that it intended to use Cobwebs for, quote, sex trafficking investigations. The agency's leading example of how it had successfully used the technology was to locate a serial robbery suspect. The agency also detailed its use in surveilling the annual Gem and Mineral Show, the 4th Avenue Street Fair, and a visit by Vice President Kamala Harris to Tucson. A leaked manual given to law enforcement showed how the software could be used to target protesters and journalists. They wouldn't do that, though. The government wouldn't do that. This stuff is built on faith and trust, and your government would never, ever, ever use tools to fight crime, to target journalists. That wouldn't happen. Critics call the technology warrantless surveillance that has largely gone unregulated by lawmakers and judges and should create a larger dialogue about big tech's role in government surveillance. TPD told the Mirror that its use of the software has been, quote, minimal and primarily exploratory, and that no significant investigative outcomes have resulted from its use. I don't know, to me that kind of sounds like we just wasted $250,000. $277,000, a little over $250,000. So TPD basically says, we didn't really do anything with it. And I get it could be used as a really unlawful weapon against the people, but basically we did like nothing with it. TPD also said it does not intend to renew the contract at the end of the 28-month period. So the contract should be over by now, I believe. Started in August of 2023. Several Democratic state legislators from Tucson said they were concerned about Tucson Police's use of the technology. Tucson is a community... This is good. Tucson is a community that values transparency, accountability, and protection of civil rights. That's good. That's good. And we must ensure that any technology purchased with public funds is used responsibly and within the laws. She said, I will continue to seek clarification to ensure that all technology acquired with public funds is used transparently, responsibly, and in a manner that upholds the constitutional rights of our community. Betty, let me see if I can call this lady. Betty Villegas.
Sorry,
Representative Villegas.
is not available. Record your message at the tone.
Hey, Betty Villegas, this is James. I just read a quote from you in the Arizona Mirror, and I want to read this quote back to you. This is what I'm calling about. It says, Tucson is a community that values transparency, accountability, and the protection of civil rights. The paper is saying that that's a quote from you, and I'm in Tucson, and I just wanted to know, my favorite comedy club in Tucson is Laughs Comedy Club, and I'm just wondering, do you do stand-up comedy at Laughs? Because that is just hilarious. Tucson is a community that values transparency, accountability, and the protection of civil rights. You would just kill at Laughs Comedy Club. Thursday night is open mic night. Anybody can sign up. Anybody can get up on stage and tell their jokes. This is hilarious. You got to get up there. Hope to see you there soon. Okay, bye-bye. Democratic Senator Sally Ann Gonzalez said she was alarmed that TPD had purchased the surveillance software. Alarmed? Tucson Democratic Senator Sally Ann Gonzalez contact information.
Arizona State County.
Oh my goodness. I thought I was going to get an answering service. I'm looking for Sally Ann Gonzalez.
I can take a message for you.
Okay. You ready?
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
All right. This is, I actually have a couple of things. But first, this is James. I go by Jeremsfreeman or Grande Johnson.
Okay.
And I'm looking at this quote from her in the Arizona Mirror. It says, Democratic Senator Sally Ann Gonzalez said she was alarmed that TPD had purchased the surveillance software. And this is about the Cobwebs technology surveillance software that Tucson police purchased and used against the people and then got federal funding for. I'm just wondering where it is that she's at and where she came from that she's alarmed that Tucson Police Department would do disgusting, horrible things. And how she got her head so far buried into the sand or her ass that she is actually alarmed that Tucson police would do horrible things to its citizens. And secondly, I know that's critical. Look, I don't mean any harm though. I'm just I guess thinking out loud, okay? But my second concern was I actually, and now that I've criticized her, I'm going to ask for her help. I'm trying to get a new bill passed. And I need someone to carry it. And I'm wondering if Sally Ann Gonzalez might carry my new bill in Arizona. It's very short, very sweet, and very to the point. It's not like 1,000 pages long or 100 pages long even. The bill simply says government shall fuck off. And I'm wondering if she'll carry this bill and help me make it a law. I have money.
Well, I don't speak for the senator, but I'll be happy to. If you want to send me that information, I'll be happy to share it with the senator.
Okay, I do appreciate it. When are they going to be in session? Is it January?
Yes.
Okay.
Second week in January.
Second week in January. I definitely plan to come up there, and I will bring a written. I'll bring the bill up there written. Actually, my 6-year-old wrote it. We used crayon, but I'd love to meet with her in person when I'm up there and see if maybe she can carry my bill. I have cash too, to incentivize her. My kids donated their Tooth Fairy money. We have $6.37, and we're willing to spend all of it. All of it.
Well, I'd be happy to give you my information so you can send me your bill request.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great. So I can just email you my proposed bill then. Is that,
Yes, sir.
Oh, that is fabulous. I do prefer to do things in person anyways, though. Interwebs isn't really my forte. But are you at the state capitol?
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe when I come up there in January then, I can meet with you. And besides giving money to help my bill become a law, I would possibly be willing to wine and dine you as long as you stick to the dollar menu at McDonald's. As you can see, I'm willing to put a lot into this.
I'd be happy to pass along your information. I do not require lunch.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, of course, no lunch, no gifts. Wink, wink. And we know what we mean.
But I'll be on the lookout for your email.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye. Quote, this Tangle's technology or software is scary and it's very upsetting. It seems to be unconstitutional for what it's doing because normally in order to surveil people, you need a warrant. So it seems it would be violating the Fourth Amendment, Gonzalez told the Mirror. From the standpoint of a lawmaker, our laws really need to catch up with the advancement of these technologies that are out there. Gonzalez, who voted against the state budget last year due to an increase in border enforcement money, said she was also concerned how money meant for border security is being used to purchase software that is being used to spy on, quote, the general people in Tucson. TPD rejected the assertion that its use of Tangle's software presented constitutional concerns. Let me reread that. Tucson Police Department rejected the assertion that its use of Tangle's software presented constitutional concerns. Tucson Police put that to bed right there with that statement. This is what Tucson Police Department actually claims that they used this surveillance technology for over the last 2 years. After a string of cigarette thefts totaling thousands of dollars from two Circle K stores, TPD used the software to search advertisement identification numbers to identify unique identifiers of cell phones that were present at each of the crimes that were the same. They found one phone that would frequent a local neighborhood bar, which had also been a burglary victim. The case reports for the burglary, which had been unsolved for many months, indicated that one of the female bar members suspected the burglaries were committed by her ex-boyfriend and that had been fired from the bar just prior to the bar burglaries. TPD wrote in its reimbursement narrative, the female bar employee lived at the apartment address that the phone identifiers kept ending up at after each crime at the Circle K's. At the time of the string of thefts, the female and the suspect were still dating, and he was staying at her apartment. This information was provided to undercover officers and detectives for follow-up. The advertisement identification numbers used to track the suspect are part of a larger privacy issue that constitutional experts and technology experts are concerned about. An advertisement identification number is a unique identifier that identifies a person across apps. It is also used by advertisers, developers, and surveillance companies. This type of location data harvesting was at the heart of an $85 million lawsuit between Arizona and Google. The advertising industry has created massive surveillance machine that can be co-opted by law enforcement, bad actors, and anyone willing to pay. Tucson Police Department also boasted about using cobweb software to surveil protesters during former Vice President Kamala Harris's visit to the region. I'll put a link in the description to this article. You guys can go check out the whole thing. To date, monitors are turned on to scrub and save posts related to terrorism, sex trafficking, and hate and bias crimes. While TPD is the only Arizona police agency that is currently known for use of the software, other law enforcement agencies across the country are using it in similar tech. What it looks like they are mostly using this for is to have AI scour the internet for your posts on the internet, criticizing or speaking out against government, and to surveil and track political dissonance.